I got some new tools today, so I might as well put them to use. I've actually had the impact driver for a while now, but the floor jack just came today. I wish I had it earlier because I could have done a lot of the work myself. Maybe put my old wheels and tires back on so the car wasn't totally out of commission. But, you know, since I did nothing, T-Sportline is going to help me take care of it, so better to have it all done by one professional anyway. I'll be back on the road soon, so not a big deal. But since I've got the new toy, I want to test it, so I'm going to pull one wheel off, measure it, and compare it to the stock 20-inch wheel to make sure it's got the right offsets to figure out if it was a lug nut torque issue or if it's a wheel manufacturing issue. I thought some of you might find my filming setup quite interesting. I've got the GoPro with a mic, a snap-on light to make sure there's enough light in there. Hopefully this will give good visibility to the calipers I'm going to use. I just thought this was funny for the channel as well. There's a boosted board box behind there. So as I mentioned, I'm going to do a bunch of measurements. I'm going to show you the calipers before and after each. I'm going to show you the calipers after each measurement. Here's a view to show that they're zeroed out. So the first measurement is the depth of the bolt hole. So I'm going to put the flat side there. I'm going to measure down to highlight the clearance. I'll test it on the other side to make sure it's the same. Yep, it's the same. And that is 0.6365 inches deep. The next is the centering ring circle. This one's going to be a little more difficult to do. Actually, this one's going to be potentially real difficult to do because my calipers aren't going to fit in there. As you can see, when I extend them, here I'll move for just a second, it hits the edge of the wheel. So this one's going to be tough. Not sure I'm going to come up with a solution real quick. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to measure the depth of the clearance, which is this small lip right here. We'll measure it 1 point there, 1 point here to make sure it's the same. One more over here, seems to be, and it is 0.1135. Now I know there's a tool for measuring bores, which is basically looks like a T, and it's spring loaded, so you basically lock it closed, let it pop open, and then lock it in place and measure that extension. The problem is I don't have one of those, so I'm still trying to think of a solution to measure this to see if it's right. You know, the big issue for me is I think that the centering bore is correct, and it's likely the exterior bore that's a problem, or the clearance bore. So I'm just going to measure that with a tape. It won't be perfect, but at least we'll see if it's close. Well, this is my scientific measuring going way downhill here. You know, I can't center anymore, so this is going to be very much a guesstimate. So I'm trying to find the widest area from 1 point, which should be the diameter, and it looks like it is 2 13/16. Well, I couldn't resist, so I'm going to put the tools to use, take the wheel off, do some measurement and testing, and see what we've got. Here goes nothing. First things first, we've got to install this little jack pad to make sure we're jacking the car safely. There is a little hole. Let's see if I can find it here. Right here, that this just plugs up into. There's one on all four corners. It's got a rubber gasket so it sticks in there, and then you lift off that to make sure you don't damage the battery. Really cool thing about these snap-on jacks is they take, if if I could get a full throw. Very limited distance to lift the car. I think it's typically 4 full pushes will lift you full height, but I don't have tons of extra space where I'm working. Quick inspection here. Not seeing anything that looks out of place. Nothing feels like it's been damaged at all. So I think we're in decent shape there. Same inspection on the wheel I just took off. And I'm going to say here's our problem. There's not enough clearance on this inner lip. That's why this tire won't fit. I could go through the process of measuring, but I can tell that's just not clearanced at all. I'm going to try and do a side-by-side here to show the differences in the lip. So I'm going to test the old wheels. I'm not even going to bother measuring that. I know the lip's not there. I'm going to test the old wheels and see if they fit like they're supposed to. It looks to me like that's going to sit flush, but we're going to find out. So back on we go. Forgot that I really like these wheels. I think I'm just going to change them all back and at least I can drive it today, and then I can have drive it to wherever T-Sportline is going to fix it for me. As always, when putting on lug nuts, you got to do them in a star pattern. Work your way around and you tighten progressively the same way. I'm going to give these a quick couple of clicks on the impact driver, and then I'm going to tighten them down using the torque wrench. Torque wrench set to 125, 130, 129. One down, 3 more to go. I'm going to attempt one more side-by-side here. These are 2 of the T-Sportline wheels. Here's one that, if you see the lip, has the lip like it's supposed to. And here is the one that had the issue. So I'm thinking we just got one wheel that didn't have the recess like it was supposed to. I'm a little sweaty, but that's actually not too bad of a project. I think once I do it a few times, it's probably no more than half an hour to change all 4. So that should be easy in the future. Well, I'm back on the road. Taking it super easy right now just because I'm worried that something else might have happened when the wheel came loose. That and the fact that this was the first time changing the wheels myself makes me a little bit nervous. But I think so far so good. I'm gonna go for a longer drive than I need to right now. I'm actually I miss driving, so I'm out for a cruise. I'm gonna take it super easy for the first few miles, and I'm gonna put it through its paces a little bit. But super excited to be back on the road. I think I found out something really interesting about the new GoPro Hero 7. If it accelerates too hard, it turns off. I'm going to try it again right now. Nope, that time it was good, but I've had it shut off 3 times in a row as I was trying to do quick acceleration and say, hey, we're back in the game. Anyway, super excited to have Pepper back and be able to drive. Gonna start making videos on the road again, do some testing. Leave comments below about what you want to see me do. I'm happy to, either, check things out you want to see, go in more detail of what you want to know about, etc. So let me know. Thanks again for watching. As always, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And if you're looking to get any Tesla in the next 3 months or so, use my referral code. It will get you either 6 or 9 months of free supercharging, depending on whether or not you've test driven a Tesla at all. If and when I get enough referrals to get a free next generation Roadster, I'm going to let everyone who used my referral code drive it. Thanks again. Until next time.